My name's Jacob, and I never imagined I'd be the kind of man who walked away over something as simple as a vacation. But looking back now, it was never really about the trip. It was about what it revealed. About her, about us, about everything I'd been trying to ignore. It started weeks before, when Rose brought up one night, eyes sparkling, cheeks warm from wine. "Babe, it's going to be amazing," she said. "Just me and the girls, relaxing, letting loose." I knew her friends. Not bad people, but reckless. The kind of girls who chase the edge of sunrise with vodka and laughter, who flirted for sport and woke up with regrets they laughed about over brunch. Rose always promised me she wasn't like them, that she just liked being around them for the energy, for the fun. And I tried to believe her. I wanted to. The plan started out simple, just a quiet spa weekend that I could live with. But slowly, the destination changed. The spa became a beach resort. Then it morphed into Miami. Loud, wild, tempting. And then came the moment that shifted everything. We were eating dinner, roast chicken and red wine, I still remember, and Rose looked up casually from her phone and said, "Hey, you remember Lucy's boyfriend, Kevin? He's coming now, and he's bringing some of his friends." I set my fork down, my appetite gone. "I thought this was a girls' trip," I said. She shrugged like it was nothing. "Plans change, but it'll still be fun." I studied her face, trying to gauge whether she realized what she was saying. "So I'll come along too, then." Her expression faltered. A flicker of hesitation. Worry, then disappointment. "Babe, it's my friend group. You never really enjoy being around them. I don't think you'd have a great time." "Maybe not," I said, "but I'd still like to be there." She let out a breath. "I don't know, Jacob. You'd feel out of place. I think you should sit this one out." That was when something cracked inside me. "So, let me get this straight. You're going on a trip where your ex and a bunch of random guys will be partying with you, and I'm supposed to just sit here, smile, and wait for you to come back." She went instantly defensive. "You don't trust me?" I leaned back. "You're not giving me much of a reason to. You've been dodging questions since this whole thing came up. So tell me, Rose, which of Kevin's friends are coming?" She hesitated, her eyes avoiding mine. That pause said more than any words could. "Is your ex one of them?" I asked, my voice lower now. She sighed. "Yeah, but it's not a big deal, Jacob. We're cool now. He's with someone else, and I have you." I crossed my arms. "And yet, you never thought to invite the person you claim to love. You never even considered how it'd make me feel." She rolled her eyes. "Because you hate my friends. You just sulk and make things awkward." I let out a humorless laugh. "But it's not awkward having your ex there, along with a bunch of drunk guys trying their luck." "You're overthinking this," she muttered. "It's just a vacation. Kevin and his boys just want to party. I'm not going for them." I shook my head slowly. "And you really don't see the problem?" Her tone sharpened. "I don't need your permission, Jacob. You don't owe me." "This isn't about control," I said, forcing myself to stay calm. "It's about respect. Would you be okay if I went on a trip like this with my ex?" She scoffed. "I wouldn't care because I trust you." "Well, I don't trust you right now," I said, "because you won't even consider me being there. And that tells me everything I need to know." That conversation was the beginning of the unraveling. Over the following days, her friends labeled me controlling, insecure, toxic. They tried to paint me as a bad guy for having boundaries, for seeing red flags and choosing not to look away. And maybe I stayed too long. Maybe I hoped she'd see what she was risking, that she'd wake up before she crossed a line she couldn't uncross. But then the night before the trip came, she was in our bedroom, suitcase open, tossing in outfits, chatting with Lucy about pool parties and rooftop bars. She laughed like nothing was wrong, like she hadn't torn a hole through everything we'd built. I watched her in silence until she hung up. Then I spoke. "Rose." She looked over her shoulder. "What?" I took a breath. "When you come back, I won't be here." She blinked, stunned. "Wait, what?" "I'm done," I said simply. "You're seriously ending things over a trip?" "No," I replied. I'm ending things because this trip showed me exactly who you are. And it's someone I can't keep loving. Her arms folded across her chest, her tone sharpening again. And who is that, Jacob? Someone who doesn't respect me. I said, someone who refuses to acknowledge the pain she's causing. You're choosing drinks and attention, and a guy from your past over your relationship. And I deserve better. She tried to find a retort, but the words didn't come. I continued, go on your trip, but when you get back, don't expect me to be here. She rolled her eyes. You're not serious. You're just trying to scare me into staying. This is emotional manipulation, Jacob. I grabbed a bag and started packing. This is so controlling, she snapped. You're not going anywhere. We'll go to therapy. We'll deal with your insecurities when I get back. You'll still be here. I didn't answer. I just kept folding clothes. And the moment she left the next morning, I packed the rest of my life and walked out of hers. A few days later, the text came. Then calls. Then her friends. Even her ex had the audacity to reach out and say nothing happened. That nothing would happen. But by then, I didn't need confirmation. I didn't care. Because it was never just about what did or didn't happen in Miami. It was about the way she disregarded me. The way she dismissed my voice, my worth, my place in her life. She never tried to understand. She never chose me. So I stopped choosing her. I blocked them all and moved on. And then there's Rose. She never believed I'd actually leave. She thought I was bluffing, that I'd sulk, then forgive, like always. She was wrong. She came back to a cold, empty apartment. No note, no text, no Jacob, just silence. And in that silence, it hit her. The trip, the drinks, the late-night conversations, her ex. She remembered it all. And she didn't lie to herself anymore. She knew exactly what she did. No excuses. No pretending. She let herself get caught up in attention, in ego, in old feelings that never should have been resurrected. She wanted to say it just happened, but even she knew that was a joke. She made choices, and those choices destroyed something real. Jacob had loved her. He had fought for her. He had asked for honesty and respect. She gave him neither. And when she crossed the line, he walked away. Now, she sits in the silence he left behind, finally understanding what she lost. The man who never yelled, never threatened, never made her feel small. He simply saw her for who she was and left. She tried reaching out. Texts, voicemails, please. But there was no answer. Because Jacob, the man who once loved her deeply, was done. And deep down, Rose knew he wasn't coming back.